All right, whatever. We're starting the fucking podcast. This is everything has to go.
Note, let's start the podcast.
We're movers. We talk about moving stuff and talk shit, whatever. I'm Ben, and I'm here all the time. White Oak, Strawberry McThickums. What were some other ones I had?
Burgundy Stallion.
Burgundy Stallion. There we go. That's a good one. We'll go around. Do some stuff.
We got Kyle, the Drywall Assassin, Swamp Ash, Fredward Coleslaw. I don't know. That's all I got today.
Boot, River Birch, Angry Hippie. We'll bring that back.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sometimes Grouchy, too.
Yeah, I'm Charlie, the Invertebrate.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is that a tree?
Never heard it. Well, I mean, trees.
They don't have bones, but they're rigid.
It could be some type of...
Quit the side combos.
Yeah. How are you thinking about this now? You've been on the podcast.
You guys have said you're going to assign me one. Anyways,
It's
I'm
a personal
Carson.
choice.
The wood
As
one.
of right now, I am Bonsai Tree Carson.
Isn't a bonsai a style of tree, not an
Fuck,
actual tree?
Call me Pine Carson.
You could be bonsai.
You ever made moved a piece of furniture made out of bonsai? I don't think so.
It's very true. I haven't done that.
Just the smell.
Anywho, we got Slick Nick, Eastern Red Cedar, Beast from the East. What else? Did I have? Granddaddy Nat. I always forget that one. Yeah.
We'll all come up with some new ones here soon, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I need one.
Speaking of which, I have moved a mango wood table.
Yeah, I think I was there for that.
Yeah.
She's very, very particular.
She sure
Thought that
was.
She said it was
Mango
very
wood.
soft. I didn't think it really was.
Wait, so mango wood is like wood built off of mango trees?
Like a mango tree, yeah.
Probably.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. She was, all about that shit.
Fuck, you never know nowadays.
But anyway, we're going to talk about some packing stuff later, but we'll go into this week in moving.
This week in moving.
This is a shit week.
It was pretty rough, man.
At least for me, man. It was
Yeah.
rough.
Wasn't too bad.
Fine weed.
I don't know.
The reason we talk about packing, or why I was thinking about packing, was because my week starts on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and we had to pack all that shit.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
there.
All this shit fucking job.
That
We-
was terrible.
We packed like 150 boxes or more.
At least.
No, definitely more, dude.
Yeah, actually definitely more because I did the paperwork on that shit. It sure was a lot of boxes. And then we moved all that shit the next day, and it was awful. And this is the job I called awful on air a while back. I did the on-site estimate, came back to the shop, threw my paper down, said, "This is terrible."
Don't do it. Yeah.
And then they booked, and we did it.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
that's the thing is that it wasn't even the job that was terrible. It was also the people we were doing the job for.
It
It was
that
a
were
double
also
win.
terrible.
Yeah,
Double
it was
win.
pretty rough.
The husband, he wasn't too bossy or anything, but he was just a weirdo
He just
that would make weird comments, like, and it would just be like, dude, could you, like, maybe go in a room and count something, or, like, I don't know, like, do something else other than stare at us, move your shit. And then the wife was just, well, for lack of better words, a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That is
she
true.
called some people cockroaches.
Yes.
That's
That
a
was
low
that you.
blow right there. Yeah, like someone was trying to buy something off Craigslist. I wasn't there. I just
No, what happened was some people came in,
Oh, yeah.
took 2 of their rugs, and the husband helped them take 2 of their rugs. And then the wife came back and started freaking the fuck out about it, calling them like cockroaches and like awful people, and just saying like pretty nasty shit.
I had to come upstairs to make sure.
And, like,
'cause
the
I was in
husband
the
helped her.
basement packing, and I just started hearing like yelling upstairs, and I was like, "That doesn't seem like a good sign." I was like, "Oh, it's not
Yeah,
us." Okay.
but she
Yeah.
did bring donuts too, though.
Yeah, great. Yeah, thank you
From
so
where,
much.
Mhm.
It was a pretty good place. I don't know
Was
the
it
name
Lamar's
of
or
it.
something?
It was.
It was Lamar's, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It tasted like Krispy Kreme.
They're pretty good, yeah. They're local,
love
sort of.
massively overpriced, but they are very good.
That's true, yeah. But it was funny because you mentioned her coming in, like, just causing a shitstorm during the pack, and I was packing the kitchen, and she's, like, on the couch in the other room just complaining. And she's like, "Oh, my life is so stressful. This is so hard." And I told Max this. I was like, I was putting, like, the 30th of the exact same wine glass in a box, and I was like, man, if my rent goes up by less than $200, I could still afford food.
Yeah, like, life is so hard.
Yeah.
No, she was honestly just like, I know Trey did this when he first saw her. Like the minute he like went to come talk to her when she was showing us around the house that we're gonna unload at, he just immediately walked back to the truck because he didn't want to have to deal with her because she was. You could tell like from the first second, like, oh, you're awful. Like you're gonna be the worst.
Yeah,
and she was.
Carson says it's the worst person he's ever met. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this job, worst person I've met on this job so far. Yeah.
Yeah, on this job. All in context. Yeah, they're definitely up there. Not the worst,
but just not great.
Real terrible.
Not good at all, actually.
She
pretty bad.
As soon as we show up, she's like, "You can't put anything down on the ground. You have to have little fuzzies." I'm getting to that part.
Yeah, she freaked out. She freaked out on Nick and you. She freaked out on two of y'all.
And she freaked out on me for 2 things in a span of like 10 seconds, and I was ready to just absolutely just walk out.
No, she was
say nothing.
She was
and
being
just
awful.
not even say sorry. I'm pissed because I said sorry for what I did, and I shouldn't have.
So she got all mad at you, and I was upstairs helping the husband do some bullshit or whatever.
Being a creep.
And then she came upstairs complaining about you setting the tool bag like.
She came upstairs to complain to you about that?
So she did.
Are you kidding me?
But here's the thing. We had the 2 legs to the desk on those 2 chairs upstairs.
Yeah.
And they were like these crappy old legs, and I guess they were new chairs or whatever. And she's like, "You can't put the things on the furniture. It's brand new. You can't do that." And I looked at it and I said,
"We can't put it on the floor."
Yeah,
we can put it on the ground.
She doesn't want that either.
And that ended the conversation.
It's like
that was ridiculous.
Well, that's like one of the most dumbest things. It's like, why the fuck would you get your floors done before you move in? Before you move all your shit in.
Dude,
that's dumb as fuck. Like,
never
those
mind
floors...
that you walk on your floors. That's
yeah,
right.
like that's what they're for.
And the floors look like ass too. They were not.
She hires contractors to carry her.
Dude, the floors were not newly done. I was looking down at the floors and I was like, no.
There was one of the
The
bedrooms.
furniture was shitty. The thing she
Furniture was ass.
complaining about the love seat that I put the tool bag on. It was like, dude, you could have found this over at Arc. Like, are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
this
Like,
was
this
like
is a Goodwill love seat. It didn't even look new, like fabric on it. It's like, no, this looks like a piece of fucking shit. And apparently she even bitched more than the outrage that she threw in my face. So I was just like, what the
They always
fuck,
do.
man?
Yeah,
It was awful.
It's unreasonable.
It was a good thing we started that unload at like 3. So that was cool. That was a good 12-hour day.
Dude, that
See,
day,
I was
that
super
day
worried.
rough.
I was confused about that situation too because when we went to go pack there and it said we were preparing for the move on Thursday, I was like, "Oh fuck, is this the job that's going to fucking Steamboat?
That's
I'm gonna
what I
kill
thought.
myself."
Oh my god. That would have been the worst couple of days
Oh,
ever.
absolutely.
That shit had to go to Steamboat.
Dude, yeah, but no, that was I would say that was probably the roughest job I've worked so far since I've worked here.
It wasn't great. There was, luckily, like the actual furniture wasn't too hard to move.
Nah.
We just had 350 boxes and all that shit. Old town house.
And you can put nothing on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, where do you
Yeah,
walk?
what the fuck? Like before we put furniture
hold it
or
until
anything
it's
on the floor, we had to put
round.
these we had to put the little pads on the corner, and that was like, are you fucking?
Well, the worst part was when she like explained that to us in the beginning that she didn't want anything on her floor, and she's like saying that like everything needs to have pads on. She's like, so I don't know if you guys have like a system or if you want me, and then she quickly went back to, or if you guys just want to do it, and it's like no, you clearly you want everything to have fucking pads on it, but I know you're not gonna sit there and fucking stick them on everything. Like no,
So
they're gonna be all around the house.
And that also gets real annoying. I've had to do that.
It was
If
one of
it's like
those-
2 pieces or whatever,
It's like you
it's
have to
fine,
put a
but-
couple of pads
dude.
down right in the entryway, and then they'll sit there, and you have to hold it for like 15 fucking minutes while they're trying to figure it out. And it's not straight. I need to figure this. These are too big for that spot, so
it
I
was
have to
one of
cut
those-
'em. Give
She
me
knew she
like
didn't
3
want it.
minutes. It's like no.
It was one of those moments where it's like right as soon as she said that type of shit, literally like I think it was 6 of us or maybe 5 of us. All 5 of us like looked at each other. And we were all just like,
The eye roll, yeah.
we're like, are you guys
The eye roll,
fucking
like,
kidding
really?
me? Like,
There was
for real?
There was also the moment where Bennett was real concerned because she had so many wardrobe boxes that were in her
Oh,
master bedroom.
God.
And her new master bedroom was just like, maybe it would have fit all of them after they were unpacked, but like fully built wardrobe boxes, like she didn't have the space in her room for us to just keep dumping them in there unless she was okay with us just filling the entire room, which of course she wasn't. So she just was explaining to us how, I'm just gonna stand here and just unload them as you guys bring them in. And yeah, we did. The look you just made right there was the exact same.
We all looked at each other and
we're
made
like,
that look.
You're
We're all
kidding,
like,
right? And he
"You
even tried to
fucking
explain
kidding
like
me."
they're gonna come in fast, and she's like, yeah, I know they're just all on hangers. I'll just put them on the rod.
Bitch, like you
Really?
didn't
Really?
pack this
Yeah.
shit. We packed this shit.
I'm
Like we
speaking
know
to
how
you in
long
fact.
this gonna take to unpack, you dummy. God,
Still one
dude.
of the only things I miss about masks is those moments where you walk into those
you
rooms
get
and they
that
just
face.
Yeah. Hiding your face
That-
behind
Yeah,
the
it's like-
they don't have to see your facial expression of being like,
You just scoff the fuck out of them.
yeah, dude, that was a bad job.
One last point specifically on the packing is we had to take. It was probably close to 100 pictures, probably more.
Absolutely more. Yeah.
But
all the
Of
fucking
all sizes.
acrylic.
We
bullshit
filled a whole
that-
room
yeah,
full of them,
God,
yeah.
he was
so
freaking out about that shit.
Exactly, yeah. So some of the some of them have like a plastic cover on the front of the picture. And he was like, we need to take extra care of these because they scratch real easy. And I'm like, sure, whatever. And there was a whole bunch of small ones, and I wrapped them all in bubble wrap. I stuck them all in boxes, all real nice, making it all pretty. I do the whole bill, and I'm walking out at the very end of the job, and I see all those fucking pictures just stacked in a pile on top of each other with no packing material or anything. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, why did I even do this?
Yeah, like, why did they make a big deal out of
He
it?
like made
that's
a
such
point
bullshit.
when we were leaving after the pack day too to tell us about the one painting that he was like, this thing is probably worth more than everything else in the house combined. So don't to make sure
It
to
looks
be
like
super
shit.
careful.
And it was the
It's like
shittiest
globby
painting they
fucking
had in the
paint.
house. It was like, dude, this
Whatever.
painting was awful.
That's why it's so expensive.
God, that whole
I-
thing,
I-
man.
And his whole comment too was like, I don't even know what it's worth, but I know it's worth more than everything else. Shut up.
Fuck that dude, man. That guy
I don't
was
think you
no,
paid
bro.
that
Like
much
that guy
for
was
it.
a straight up
Ain't worth
weirdo.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
He was just a rich asshole, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, not
Yeah.
even really asshole. He was just a rich weirdo that just had the weirdest taste in everything, and his wife was just the asshole part. Like
oh my God.
she was,
Yeah, no, the wife
she
wore
was
the
the
pants
jerk
for
of a
sure.
person. Like
Wife wore the
dude
pants,
was just
like,
weird. And
He would
annoying.
like anything the wife would say. He'd be like, yeah, okay, honey. Like, and then immediately be like, oh yeah, I'm actually a pretty tough guy.
When he
That's
told
like
us he had to
if
lift
you
his
guys
snowblower
listen to me,
by
and then his
himself.
wife would come over. He's like, oh yeah, okay, honey. Like it's
That's like
bro,
with
what
the
the
rug
fuck?
thing. He like claimed that he was like, yeah, I tried to like hold my arm in
Yeah.
front of the door so they couldn't
Bro,
get through.
he
No,
literally
you were
helped
helping
these two
them.
people. Yeah, he helped them take the rugs.
Dude, he
And then the
asked
wife
me
came
to
back
help
and got
them.
pissed, and he was like, I don't know, like they just took him. I couldn't stop him.
Oh my
It's like
God.
you helped them, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was like I could not believe that dude.
What a
bro.
bitch.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy rules.
That was a rough couple days.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I will say I was
That was
real
pretty rough.
relieved when I realized that was not the job I was working the next day. I was like, okay.
You got
yeah,
lucky.
all right.
that was me and Nick in the morning the next day. Like, man, I should
You
have
should've
gone on
gone
that
to Steamboat.
Yeah.
I was thinking the
Texted me on my
exact
day
same
off
thing. I was
about
like,
going
fuck.
to Steamboat, and I was like, nah.
I should have said yes.
Yeah,
Then I
'cause
got
that job
put
was
on that
actually
job.
surprisingly reasonable. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got those bitch vibes from that lady this morning. Big time. It turned out okay. We killed her with kindness.
Nice.
That's good.
But God, she had that face. That was
Yeah.
rough.
Well, that, you know,
OG Karen resting witch
Ugh.
face.
opens the
bad.
doors holding the arm like
Yeah, I was like, good
looking at us
morning,
all
and she
fucking
just
weird.
totally cold
Didn't say
shouldered
shit.
me.
First thing is just like, yeah,
All
so
right,
we've got
go
like
ahead.
How it's
antiques
going
that
today,
are
all right,
precious.
yeah.
Watch out for this light. I mean, when you're moving the beds through here, I know you're gonna bump into. It's like what?
Yeah, like-
no, we're good.
Like,
It was,
oh,
pretty
it was
rough.
broken,
all
yeah.
fucked up, yeah.
But she ended up being all right. And yeah, that was so. Yeah, I kind of mentioned this to you earlier, Bennett. I had a line from her that I was like, I don't think I've ever heard a human being say that before. Because we got to the house and we're doing the walkthrough, and she's telling us where like all the bedrooms and stuff are going. And she was like, I mean, I guess most of the boxes will probably just go to the garage. And I was like, oh, is there a basement? And she was like, oh, yeah, it's right here. But, yeah, nothing's going down there. And I was like, what?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
Nothing's going in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't
We did
believe
Very
that.
bizarre. I know, exactly. It's
Our,
like, you say that now, but we've got 300 fucking boxes that are going to be going in your
Yeah.
garage, and you're
What
not
was
even
the
going to be
box?
able to walk in there. But
It was at least
it was
300.
306.
Yeah.
Me and me,
It
Bennett,
was 175 on
and-
the contract. And 75 on the
Yeah, it was
schedule.
only 75.
Oh my god.
Me, Bennett, and Derek had a job yesterday where I was moving out of an apartment. They had a good amount of stuff to fit into one apartment. Like, it was definitely more than the list that we had, for sure.
It was a 3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And it was like 30 points and 30 boxes or some shit.
No, it wasn't.
way more.
Yeah. Well, that's what the estimate said.
Yeah, no, it was definitely not that. But we got to the place, and they weren't there yet. They were, like, closing or whatever.
So we loaded up, and it obviously a shitload more stuff. The guy, he wasn't really an asshole, but it was kind of like we were all kind of
He was just kind of didn't know what he was talking about a little bit.
Yeah, he just didn't know what was going on, really. And then we were all in a real bad mood because there were 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts making dust
Everything
fly
harder.
into our face as
Yeah,
we're carrying
it was just
mattresses and
awful.
shit, which is terrible. But we do eventually get to the unload.
Yeah.
And they're not there because they have to do the closing on their new place.
Mm-hmm.
So they're, her mom, the wife's
Her mom and dad.
I think, were there to help us out. And they kind of knew what was happening, but we just started doing whatever the hell.
Honestly, the grandpa was a pretty cool dude.
He was funny.
He was
guy.
a nice guy, so he was just kind of like, he showed us around because he was the only one there when we got to unload. And he was like, yeah, there's some rooms. Just like put some stuff
Really?
here,
You
put some
know?
stuff there. He's like, this might be a room. It's like the only room he knew for
might
sure.
be?
Yeah,
Is there a
it
door?
was the office.
Can you go?
Yeah.
So he was trying to figure out the bedrooms.
Classic.
There was an office that was clearly an office because it had the big wide open
Right.
And no
door.
doors. Yeah.
And he was like, I think that's the bedroom. And I was like, I think that's an office. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
for sure an office.
Okay, whatever.
But no, he was cool enough to where we're like, I'll let that one slide.
That's okay.
But the only room he really knew for sure is like, this is for sure the master. But even then, it's like we unloaded pretty much everything into the living room, into the office.
Mm-hmm.
And once the people got there, we were honestly, I was personally expecting them to be like, oh, we need this down in the basement, everything down in the basement, here. But they got there, and they were just like, yeah, this is cool. Like, you guys get out of here. Like, it was cool.
Don't worry, we're moving to 10 by 30 for him tomorrow.
So the other funny
never
thing
mind.
from today,
I'm not
too-
working tomorrow.
I do not work Sunday.
I'm working on that job tomorrow. Yeah, I am.
Honestly, but they were cool. They were nice people.
Yeah.
I want to say they were assholes or anything.
Nah.
Yeah, the other funny thing from today, too, was we had one of those full circle moments where we got to the unload for that second job, and we had moved those people out of that house not that long ago.
Oh, yeah?
It was the person that had the U-Haul in their driveway, and we had to carry all that
Oh,
shit around it.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
that house that we moved
Okay.
those people back into.
Yeah,
So
with
it was just like,
Terrible staircase.
Yeah.
me and Charlie walk in, and we're just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We've been here
Hold up.
At
Wait a
first I
minute.
didn't notice, and then we walked in. I saw that weird thing
The
built
little
into the wall. and I was
built-in
like,
dresser thing.
yeah, I was like, no way, 2 houses have that.
Oh, there's more than one house that has that for sure. But yeah, it was when we got upstairs that I was like, oh yeah. That fucking stupid ass
That-
couch that we had to pull out of there. And
That
that fucking
upstairs
treadmill.
living
and
room,
the,
like, to
yeah.
me, that was the master bedroom.
Dude, and that thing was...
Yeah.
that
This
thing
is
was
sure the
master
master.
bedroom.
That thing was
Come
75% couch the last time that we were there.
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
the
it was
biggest
okay.
fucking sectional
Yeah.
in there. It was
You're not going to
terrible.
give the
These are the
10-year-old
largest
kid the
sections.
biggest room in the house.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, sometimes they do.
Well, yeah, it's just like a second living room.
Mhm.
Mm. Should be.
Well,
Or
that's,
should
what
it
they,
be?
that's what they
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they
It shouldn't. Not with that stair setup. It absolutely shouldn't.
Mhm.
Oh, we went. This is the same day we did that shit we were just talking about.
Yeah.
We went to. It was like college housing, sort of, kind of behind Walmart over there.
Yeah, it was our first job of the day.
And it's you go in the front door. The stairs are immediately to the left, like 2 stairs up, immediate 90-degree turn. All the way up the stairs, 90-degree turn, all the way down the hallway, another 90-degree turn,
Yeah.
and then a 90-degree turn into the unit.
And trust me, this hallway was slim.
It was a
bro.
very skinny hallway. It was
very
crazy.
skinny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he got any of that shit into his room.
Yeah, he was saying he pulled that shit up the stairs. Psh, bullshit.
No way. You did that
Yeah,
shit,
why'd you
bro.
hire us?
Yeah.
Hey, now we're not doing customer cliches, okay?
Ah,
Okay,
that's true.
true.
But,
But as you were saying,
yeah, I don't know. It's been a pretty long week, at least for me in general. I'm sure a couple of you guys have been there.
Oh.
yeah, dude. Well, me and Bennett have. Other than Monday, you don't work Mondays.
No, I
do you?
don't.
Yeah, so this whole week we've been working the same jobs
Oh,
as
that's
each
true.
other.
Yeah, that's true.
So me and Bennett have pretty much had this maybe not the same week, but work-wise. You know what I mean? We've had to go through the same shit this week, and it's been rough, bro. This week has been a little tough.
We brought a piano down from the second floor today. That's the first time I've done that in a few weeks.
That wasn't the hardest thing, though. I mean, it was definitely like took more strategy to do, you know, a little bit more brain work. But I mean, we had Harrison, so
That always makes everything worse.
You kicking my table over there.
Yeah. What did you guys do to Boo?
French Stewart has...
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Is
Passing
that
it
yours?
around.
Let me hit that shit.
It's a little burnt out.
Actually, you know what? I feel bad. Never mind. No, I don't want to. Those are your last hits right there. I'm not taking that.
Hold on, that's even lower.
Oh,
you son of a bitch!
asshole.
How many vapes do you people have?
I thought he had at least half. I was like, let me take a hit, you know?
Speaking of,
All right. Yeah. Who?
oh no, I was gonna say, speaking of carrying whack shit up small staircase, the armor yesterday, we crushed your thumb.
Oh, that was dumb. Here, hold that.
You gotta speak up, Charlie.
Sure.
Who
No,
was
we-
Trey? Oh, Trey was with us.
Yeah,
That's
it
who
was,
the
it
third
was
was.
me, Nick, and Trey.
That was just a big, tall, like, I'd give it like 7, maybe 7.5 feet tall, like one
Sounds
piece
right, yeah.
armoire or whatever.
like entertainment center.
And it had these weird doors on it. I hadn't actually ever seen them before, but it's like if you're looking like straight into the like at the armoire from the or whatever from the front, it's like these doors. You pulled them out on like sliders, and then they folded shut.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was weird because it made like the doors stuck out a little further than the actual edge of the piece, so it made it wider than it had to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we said, all right, whatever. We're just gonna close these doors. It'll be fine. You know, like closed them. They had the little clicking sound or whatever when you shut the door fully, so you knew it was like
The haptic
The-
feedback.
it was quote unquote locked.
Magnet things
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah,
go
it's
in
quote
the
unquote
tiny bit.
locked. Yeah, so like we're like, okay, let's lean it down. It was a little tall to lean it down in there, so we had to like finagle it, whatever. Yeah, we get it like leaned down towards me. We're right at the base of the stairs, and it's all like flat. There's like no grip on any, for me at least, being on the top part of it. There was like no grip for me, so I'm just like pretty much like, I don't know, trying to use my forearms as much as I can to just like shrug it up almost.
Dude, my forearms
And
got
it's-
fucked up. Couldn't do that.
As soon as I did that, like I squeezed with my hands, and what I did with my thumbs, it was like right in the crack, I guess, of where the door was. It pushed it in enough that it caused the door to swing back open, and my whole like thumb and index finger just got crunched in between the doors as it flew open, and just like I'm like halfway up like a step, just like it was like I think I yelled like time out I just like had
Gotta
to set it
set.
down. Yeah,
Honestly,
I was like, Charlie, get in here. I've
Dude,
got to fucking
Dude, the
shake
funniest
this
part
off.
about that is we swap out so you can like take a little time to.
I had to
rest
like
your
take a
hand.
second, yeah, and be
Yeah,
like,
which is-
oh, dude, did I
No,
just
that's
crush
fair,
the
dude.
shit out of my
Yeah.
nail? Like,
Totally
I was so
reasonable.
happy. 100%
100%
black and
reasonable.
blue.
I was
and then me and I'm just holding it, and Trey and I are like, how did the doors even like crush his
Yeah,
thumb?
I didn't even
make
understand
sense.
it until I came back and you
and then
explained
Trey
it
is
to me.
slowly opening the door, and he does the same thing to my thumb. He just starts and I'm like still holding it.
Trey, please stop.
I figured it out. Stop.
We
Dude.
discovered.
I got the inside of my nail pretty good this week when we were moving into that person's house, the 12-hour job that we were doing. I think I was lifting something with, might have been Trey. Honestly, I forgot who it was.
Trey.
Yeah.
But the inside of my nail got like caught in between the door and like whatever we were lifting at the time, and so that shit peeled back a good amount, and I was just like,
It happens.
"Whoo!" Like we set it down, and then he looked at me. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "We're chilling, bro." Like, I'm so good, but dude, I like
Single
after we
tear.
left, I was like, holy fuck, like it looks pretty good, like it's not bruised or anything. I'm surprised, but I could definitely lift this bitch up like a little bit. It's kind of weird.
It's been a bad week for thumbs apparently,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Kaylin tried to kill me in the steamboat trip too.
Damn.
Oh.
One of those little like low entertainment style or center style things with the two like sliding doors, and he was holding it from one side, and I was like, "You gonna be able to hold that door from over there?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think we're good." And the second we hit the ramp, and there's any amount of incline, it just drops it, and it crushes my thumb. And it's like, bro, come on, dude.
I was at a storage unit with Trey. This was almost 2 weeks ago now. And there was some roofing nails or something, siding nails coming through the wall at the end. And I was trying to like get something in there, and my hand slipped. Fucking nail through the callus on my thumb and then under the fucking nail.
Oh no!
And just, woo,
It's like that
it
bed
bled a
frame
lot.
that made
I think
me
you were there.
fucking
Trey
spray
was
blood
there.
everywhere.
I was there.
Yeah. I washed it out.
so.
And our first aid kit had a Band-Aid.
We need to go
And a
through
bunch
those
of
damn
trash.
things.
But I realized when I got back
A
to the
couple of
shop,
them
there
I'm
was a
doing
new
so.
first aid kit on the dash.
Oh. We need to replace those fucking things.
Yeah. Turns out they have been.
Weird.
Yeah.
So-
They're just on the dash now.
I think I
everyone
would.
keeps fucking up their thumbs.
It's
Not
just a
doing shit
thumb fuck up.
backwards.
But during that pack job, and we'll kind of move into packing materials here shortly.
Fuck packing.
Oh, you get those fucking boxes. Yeah.
So I got a cardboard cut under my middle fingernail,
Oh.
and it was a couple days. It was real bad, but I learned I have a hard time opening beers because of a cardboard cut under my middle fingernail. I have to either do it with my left hand or use like just my index finger, which is weird. It's weird.
I get that, dude. Because you
No,
put that
I always
pressure on
use the
it, and that
index
pressure
finger.
makes it hurt, dude.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I
of the
always
one
do
from the
that,
other
too.
week where with the
dude.
pods, all our boxes were like slightly off, and it was like 3 times we went to pick them up.
Oh
and
my
it's just
God.
Like, dude, if this fucking box cuts me again, I'm
Just random cuts all over
Yeah.
my hands. Just so pissed
I was
at those
doing the same
boxes.
thing. I kept trying to tape them, and it was like, the 2 corners that actually go together were just like slightly off, but the wrong way. So it was like the straight piece coming out farther from the side. So every time you'd pick them up and like try and fold them over, it would just cut the shit out of you. It's like, you gotta be
Cardboard
kidding
and
me.
paper cuts are the worst.
They're rough.
Dude, they're
yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
I never knew they
Those suck.
existed
They
until this
sting.
job.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the thing is like they don't stop stinging.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I-
you go home, they still sting.
I remember the first time Nick got a cardboard cut because he's like, "What the fuck is this?"
I was
And
like,
I'm
yo, what the hell just happened? I was going to set down like a 4-5 or something, yeah, and I just like it kind of like slipped through my hands as I was
Slides a
setting
little
it
bit,
down,
that's
It's
all
and I
you
just
like- yeah.
what the hell? It was right
If
on
you,
the
like,
palm of
rubbed
my
a piece of
hand,
paper through
like right in the
some
meat where you think like
Yeah.
you're invincible,
And
you
then
know,
paper
like
cutted
Yeah, right
ah,
there.
dude. Yeah,
God
it was,
damn.
it was terrible. I had never experienced
Yeah,
that
man.
before.
Boxes cut.
They're
cut.
vicious,
Yeah.
dude. They're corrugated cardboard.
We should just keep super gluing those first aid kits.
We should.
Just glue those cuts shut.
Then we'll like one day actually need it, and it'll just be like glued the tip of it, and we'll just be all pissed at the super glue
Yeah.
for not being
We're like,
able to use it.
I've always thought super glue should come with like a poker. You know?
Some
That
of them
makes
do.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of them
right.
do.
Yeah,
Or it's
the-
like the like
The cap hat.
the
new
cap.
skin.
The
cap,
yeah.
Or there's the other
poker.
ones
Yeah.
that have like the brush in it, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a way better idea.
Yeah.
Loctite needs to get on that as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the same
the
shit.
issue is because it dries so fast, there's like no good container for it because it's either going to clump up in that cap or if
Or
you
the
have to
whole
like
thing.
screw it on, you're just never going to be able to get it back off.
Stuck forever.
But, yeah.
I guess any other stories from the week? You said that steamboat job was pretty chill.
Yeah, nothing too crazy from that. I'm
Guys
trying to
get-
even remember if there was anything. Like,
You guys,
I don't think there was anything really too bad.
See any cool places on the way?
No,
Any,
not really.
Cool
I mean,
sights?
our hotel was in like the perfect location. We were right between a liquor store and a dispensary, so I mean, we were pretty.
You
good.
lucky bastard. Never happens.
Did you stay where Rex's is?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we
There's a
went there
dispensary over
for
there
dinner.
now.
Yeah, right next to it. Yeah.
Is that an old burger place? Or am I thinking
It's
of
a
something?
restaurant. Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's
yeah,
like
it's
on the side of
it's
the
pretty
hotel.
good.
Okay. Okay.
But they
Little
own
overpriced,
Big House
but-
Burgers. They own a bunch of restaurants in town in Steamboat.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're
Okay.
known for their burgers. Good
Mhm.
stuff.
I do
Their
like
burgers
a
were
fucking
good.
good burger, bro.
Home of the Good Burger. Can I take
Home
your
of the
order?
good burger. Yeah, hey. You mess with Kurt, you get the grinder.
I had to give Alex a bunch of shit because he ordered like the jalapeno burger with no jalapenos on it.
What?
That's the
Wait, what? Wait,
No,
what?
it's not.
Like it was called something else. It was called like the Smackin' Jack Burger or something. But it was like that was like the first ingredient was jalapenos.
Was
And he was like,
jalapenos,
"Ooh,
yeah.
No jalapenos though. It's like what the fuck?
Then get a different burger.
The first job I worked with you, Carson, was the same time. It was the first time I worked with Alex, and we went to
Potbellies.
yeah, Potbellies, and I guess they messed up his order a little. And it's like mayo and
A
some
lot,
vegetables,
yeah. Oh, yes.
and he just scrapes off all just everything. It's just
He
meat
literally
now.
just did everything.
I was there for
It was
that.
just-
I remember.
It was bread, mayo, and whatever the fuck, like what else was
Yeah,
in there? It
it
was
was like
three
ham or
ingredients, and he just
something.
ate that shit.
No,
That was
check
pretty
the
Well,
amazing.
it's like
mayo
before
off.
the, I think I brought that up too, but before the Illinois trip, the guy got us those cheesesteaks, and he was like, "No, there's white sauce on that. I can't eat it." It's like it's a horseradish.
Yeah,
it's not even fucking.
Oh
mayo. What
yeah,
the fuck is your
he
problem?
thought it was mayo or
Dude,
something because he
Alex-
specifically asked for no mayo.
He was talking about it today, dude. Today he was talking about how he does not like white sauces.
Yeah,
Well,
it's because
that's
he's a
where my
ginger.
mind
He's
went,
not
too,
totally
and,
white. He's like
that
pinkish.
seems
No.
weird.
Like I don't know. Like
He's
once I
so
asked him, it's
white.
like, "Do you like ranch?" And he's like, "Nah." And I'm like, "Damn, bro."
Bro, it's
You
gotta be.
really don't
He's-
like
it's
white
gotta be
sauces.
homophobia,
Some-
brother. It has to be.
He was in the army though, and they're gay as fuck.
The Army is the gayest thing I've ever done. No doubt in my mind.
He's cupped a couple sets of balls. Like,
Oh fuck!
The military's for sure.
All right, hold on.
You
You're
see
about to
Top
get
Gun?
a super gay Army story here. It's only moderately gay.
Please. go on.
Ambiguously gay? No.
The duo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle of California doing a training exercise. We're away from our post here in Colorado, and one of the dudes is like, "Man, my ball just keeps swelling up. It's swelling. This is not good. It's impeding what we're doing out here. I'm gonna go to the doctor."
Yeah.
Well, the doctor's like, "We can't do anything about it until you get back. You'll be okay. Like for now. If you do have medics in your unit, ask them. They can help you out." Turns out I'm in a medical unit. I'm personally not a medic. But he goes in and he starts asking around to the medics. He's like, "Hey, can you guys do anything about that?" And immediately one of the medics goes, "I could totally drain a ball." No problem.
I'll pucker up and
Oh
kneel
fuck
down.
yeah, I can do that. You
This
bet your
story
ass
keeps
I can
going.
drain balls.
This keeps going. All right, so the medic does it, and they go in their corner and they do their shit. Everybody knows about it because this is just hilarious. So he starts draining his ball, and they're using like a water bottle to collect the ball juice.
Oh.
So eventually it gets like unswollen or whatever, and he's like good to go for the rest of the thing. And this dude just walks around the barracks for the next like 10 minutes. You want to see my ball juice?
Did anybody take a sip?
No, but nobody took a sip of the ball juice.
boo.
I don't know whatever happened to that bottle, but I don't think anybody ever took a sip of that.
Yeah, that's-
But,
I was
I'm
so
not
sure
scared
about
someone
that.
accidentally, like just a worse.
Oh,
version,
bro,
take a
just
sip
leave
of
it somewhere?
dip
Oh, and
Oh.
everybody's very aware of dip spit in the Army.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to be. But that's just a side story from my personal life.
Do you have any
That's-
shifts in
that's
the,
pretty gross,
in the
one.
commissary is my question. He probably snuck that into some shit and you ate it and you don't even know.
You never know. You never know.
Weirdly enough, I had a roommate who had the same issue.
Oh, what's this au jus for this sandwich?
Hey, bro, we were
Apparently,
talking
sometimes your
about
ball
au jus
can
this week.
swell to the size of a fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
was
know
like
what causes it. But
it was like impeding movement, so
Mhm.
he had to like
Yeah.
go to a doctor.
you gotta check it.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, it's balls you.
Ball jus.
Ball
Balls
jus.
you.
That's
All right.
pretty
Yes.
Yeah, do you put your French dip in
It's
it?
definitely overly salted on the ball. But
Sometimes they're chocolate salty balls. You know what I mean?
Salty balls. Yeah, okay, yes.
Oh my god, I completely lost where I was going with this.
Anyways, moving stuff.
Yeah, moving stuff.
Am I right?
We're gonna transition
Oh, yeah.
into packing
No,
stuff
never
'cause I have my
yeah.
tabs open.
Dude. I'm not gonna lie. My first day of packing was not great because it
That
was
was
with
that
the
huge
football
job.
helmet guy.
That was also my
But it also wasn't bad because the dude was a cool
He was
dude.
gone for a lot.
He was a
of
nice
time,
guy.
too, yeah.
The house was nice. We got Wendy's.
We did get Wendy's.
It was
Nice,
it wasn't the most worst shift I've had.
Yeah.
And then my second job was with Derek, where we had to pack this 21, like probably he looked like he was 19, like, and he just had like a small little apartment, and his parents hired us to like pack literally all his shit. It's like, really, dude, you couldn't pack like your clothes
I mean,
or like your
Dude,
Xbox.
what you're not realizing
Like, that's
is
all,
that
like-
dude, his parents do literally every single thing.
Oh no,
for
he had a nice
like-
apartment too. It
Exactly.
was like, there's
They
no
pay
way
for
he's
that.
paying for this
They
shit.
moved him out to do whatever.
But this packing job this week, it was weird, bro. It was a bad job.
Mhm.
That sounds pretty
Because
much worse case
I started in the
scenario.
living room, and that's where the husband was hanging
Yeah.
out at first. I'm not even joking. The dude would stare at me as I'm packing all of this shit and not
Oh,
say anything,
fuck yeah.
not move. Like, for real, dude. I'm not even joking. Like, he wasn't on his phone. He wasn't like looking around, and he wasn't doing anything. He was just on his kitchen table, just like watching me pack his books from like under his TV.
The way
And I'm
you
like,
just put your hands
I
on
like-
your hip there was.
I wanted to get the fuck out of there, but everybody else was in each and every other room, so I was like, fuck, like I'm stuck with the living room right now. He was just
Yeah.
staring at me, dude. I'm like, I've never felt the most uncomfortable at this job yet since then. Like, that was weird as fuck. Anyways,
Oh my god.
that guy was weird, man.
Okay, so packing stuff.
Yeah,
What were we talking-
that job had a personal influence on you.
It really made me feel uncomfortable. Like, and that was the beginning of the job. I was like, this is not going to be good tomorrow because I knew I was unpacking that shit.
All right, the materials we commonly
Yes.
use: cardboard boxes, obviously. We use packing paper, which I don't know where we order that from.
Probably
But
New Haven or something.
Yeah, some sort of shipping. It's clearly like recycled paper. It has like no purpose other than to put space between fucking cups and shit.
Yeah.
It can come in handy.
It does come in handy when you're packing a shitload of plates or something stupid.
Or even if you just have like a weird void where you're like, nothing's gonna fit in there. Let's
I
just
over-
crawl
I
out some-
overuse
Yeah,
it
it
like
is good
that
to
all
like,
the time.
you know,
Yeah,
like make
absolutely
a
just
box
fucking-
fuller with the paper. Makes it nice.
More
and tight.
uniform. It doesn't move around
Yeah.
and get all wonky on you.
And then we use bubble wrap a lot too,
Uh-huh.
which I have my tabs open here on my computer that I'm going to look at some stuff. Bubble wrap is a trademark.
Really?
So a company owns that trademark. What do you think that company is? It's going to be so obvious.
Walmart.
Nestle.
No.
No, you're thinking of like big companies. Think of a name of a company that would own bubble wrap.
Apple.
Johnson and Johnson.
Nah, you're still thinking too big a company. It's
Oh,
something you haven't heard
that's
of.
small.
Packing code.
Johnson and
You're
Johnson.
close. Yeah,
So
Packing
is that.
Co. is close.
It's gonna be real
That might
dumb.
be who makes our
Packing
paper.
ink?
Bubble Co.
Bubble Co. is the closest one.
That's
Bubble
wrapping.
Company.
So the company that has the trademark for bubble wrap is owned by the Sealed Air Corporation.
There you go.
That rules.
So,
Wow, they must be making bank.
so it actually was.
For long.
The company was founded in the '60s, and initially they were trying to make wallpaper that was sort of 3D, and they failed. So
And they made bubble
And they made bubble wrap.
Accidentally
That
made
is the
bubble wrap.
story.
Accidentally made.
Hey, bro, that's a pretty
It's
good
like
accident.
the joke about the Pringles people being a tennis ball company and they shove potatoes in there.
Yeah, well, but yeah, I guess that works. But honestly, dude, the Pringle cans piss me off.
Just get smaller.
It is such an it's cool at the beginning, but once you get halfway through that shit, you just get
because
pissed.
you can't like reach.
It's
it.
like, what's the point of this?
I've
Like,
never had that issue.
oh yeah,
You got the long fingers, the tiny
Skinny
hands.
fingers.
That's not fair. Final note on bubble wrap, just to throw it in here. Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day is the last Monday of every January.
What?
Great.
I mean,
There's
there's
two after
there's-
MLK Day.
that's got to be a whole fetish thing because people love to pop
True.
bubble wrap.
Oh,
That's true.
absolutely, dude.
True.
I do it on the
there's,
job.
balloons or whatever they're called.
Honestly, on the
Yeah,
job,
they're
if I
called
get like
balloons.
really stressed
Yeah.
out, I'll just be like, I'm ripping one like a little piece off for myself.
So they
fuck
found
it,
each other.
dude.
It's got to be the internet that these people
Yeah.
find each other.
Yeah, keep that away from me.
Yeah.
BubbleWrapDating.com.
Yo, that's
Pop
just a
fetish
regular
shop.
ass dating site.
It's called poppers.
Poppers. Yeah.
I'm not even. No, we're moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
We're moving on from that one.
Insulting.
Okay.
I guess another good one is Styrofoam. Speaking of brand names,
Ooh.
also a brand name.
We don't use that shit.
No, but we sure do pack a lot of fucking TVs into the original boxes.
That is 100% true.
We sure do pack a lot of TVs not into original boxes too.
Also true.
But this one is a little less like silly as to who owns the trademark for Styrofoam. You could probably get it if you guess a couple times.
Microsoft.
No, not Microsoft. Nailed it. Yeah, nailed it. DuPont. Yeah.
No, but they own like half the world and anything to do with petroleum products.
Anything
pretty much.
plastic,
Anything
petroleum.
plastic,
Yeah.
That
paint.
makes sense.
Yeah, they own all
It's
that
like
shit.
Nestle with food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck styrofoam. It's environmentally terrible.
It is?
It
Yeah.
You
is,
can
yeah.
make napalm out of it though.
It's almost in
Gasoline,
every
like,
way
kinda
terrible.
I
melts.
think we're now on a list. If you said that live on our
Yeah,
No.
wait,
This
is
is not the first time that has been
Really?
mentioned.
That's the
napalm
only
is a
positive
very
of the whole
very
situation.
popular conversation.
Yeah, so like you can go on Amazon and order an anarchist cookbook, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
We
use a
don't
dark
ban
web
books
server,
here.
please.
You have
Get
rights.
yourself arrested.
We do.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah. So duct tape, right?
Fuck duct tape.
What about it?
We don't use it too often. It's almost completely worthless for what we do.
Yes.
And I see so many boxes with motherfucking duct tape on them.
Mhm.
As the name implies, it's for ducks.
Mhm.
It's not for holding cardboard boxes closed.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. The original duct tape actually was too weak to work on ducks because it would just melt because of hot air going through it. And there's
As it
fancy duct
usually
tape.
Still
does.
does,
Yeah.
Yeah, it still
Wasn't it
does.
invented by the army or something?
Nah. I mean,
It's sort of
I
credited
thought
to
it was
that.
a NASA thing, yeah.
3M. And the reason I know this is because in high school I did a project on duct tape one time.
Let's go.
Because that was popular at
You
the
were
time.
just
for whatever
ready
reason.
for your
Duct tape
career
was
as a
popular.
professional.
Duct tape always. Yeah, dude.
But anyway, 3M, who also just makes everything that's ever existed,
Probably owned by DuPont.
might be at this point.
Most
I don't know about that. But they made masking tape. And they wanted to make duct tape. Or they wanted like a stronger tape, because masking tape's really easy to tear and rip, and duct tape has all those fibers going through that kind of prevent you from doing that. And they're the ones who kind of like brought that all together. They were the pioneers of tape.
Mm-hmm.
the tape in the end.
Yeah, so
Tape
you can thank 3M.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
Cheers.
3M. Cheers to 3M.
Yeah, making
they
my
will stick anything to anything.
yeah, making my job
Without a
easier, I
mask.
guess.
They make most of the masks too.
They do.
That
true.
gets
Oh,
distributed, like actual
N95,
dust masks
but
and
That's like the N95.
Yeah.
95s. Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Just a little fun fact. We're learning on this podcast now.
Yeah, get ready for some knowledge.
you know.
Or like the Sputnik.
You see what I'm saying? I get you.
Yeah, a bunch of crazy shit for space. And
Yeah,
What,
the,
what was that
like,
one
camera
kid
phones
show with
and
lions
presidents.
and they're reading?
The fuck are
Talking
you
about
saying?
Reading Rainbow, but no, it's not. No, there
You guys
wasn't
know?
lions.
Never mind. We'll move on. Never mind.
Lions reading?
We'll move on.
confused.
Never
I'm taking the
mind.
pen away from you. Too big.
It's my pen.
All right, so this is just kind of interesting facts. Like I said, cardboard boxes we use all the time. So in 2018, it generated. I don't have a key on this graph. This graph sucks. Hold on,
Ew.
give me a second.
Boo.
How can you properly chart your data?
I know I'm getting pissed. At it right now.
Dude, these amateurs.
Well, this is just a fun fact. 80% of all products in the United States are surrounded by cardboard when they're sold.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that
right.
makes sense.
Yeah.
This is kind of moving, like, DEF, diesel exhaust fluid. saving the environment 1 fucking gallon plastic jug surrounded by cardboard at a time.
Hell yeah.
I'm talking about.
Jesus Christ.
That's part of the thing that upset me about that job too. God, we put so much paper in those fucking boxes.
Mhm.
Just
Mhm.
paper and
A lot.
plastic and shit just to protect cups and glasses and plates that they don't even use.
Yes. It was
Just-
such dumb shit, dude.
I feel a lot better about the boxes that I packed in the basement now, though.
They were fun.
No,
Yeah.
no, I know, but they were. It was like dolls and shit, and I was like, whatever. These are all just getting thrown in
Yeah,
here.
dude,
I'm not
they have a
fucking
lot of
protecting
weird-
this shit.
They had a lot of weird stuff, man. I remember the next day I was unpacking their kitchen. They had like 3 quesadilla
Unpack?
makers.
Why'd you have to
Quesadilla.
unpack?
Why do you need 1 fucking quesadilla maker? I can make it on the stovetop or in the oven.
Right.
Doesn't fucking matter.
They
Or in
had-
the microwave.
they had 3.
I have 3.
I found 3 quesadilla, like the pan.
It's like a George Foreman.
things. I
but
found
it's
3 of them.
I'm sorry,
like,
like what Chipotle has?
No.
no.
They did
Shittier
have one
version.
of those too. Yeah.
Like what?
I love my fucking flat top grill.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so is
that
it like a
thing's the
panini
shit.
press or what?
Closer to
No.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
but
more
like,
closer.
Specifically, it's a George
it's more like a
Foreman
waffle
with
press.
grooves.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they had 3.
yeah.
Mhm.
Did they have a non-stick pan? Because
Of
that
course.
would also work.
Yeah.
Probably about
That's-
75.
Are you-
Yeah, I put so many in boxes.
Yeah. Apparently, they don't have a pizza cutter either.
No, dude. it
No,
was
I put about 30 of those.
Yeah.
in.
Like,
Not
I
30.
mean, neither did Domino's.
Like,
Dave.
honestly,
Yeah.
They didn't have a pizza cutter either.
like no, but that was probably the most ridiculous packing job I've had to do yet. Had to do. Yeah.
All right, since we're still unpacking, I found my key to my graph here.
Yeah.
So this is in thousands of tons.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
So in 2018, 41,900,000 tons of cardboard was produced. And this number is actually way better than I expected. 33,890 was recycled,
Wow.
which is a way better number than I
It's like,
expected.
what, 80-something% maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Higher than 75 for sure. And then 6,440 went to the landfill. So,
That is surprising. A lot
That's
of the
cool.
cardboard they can't recycle because it's like greasy or something.
there's
like pizza boxes
printing
and shit.
and stuff.
But the shit we do is like 100% absolutely able to be recycled.
Yeah,
We're so
better
friendly
be.
to the environment.
And then we go to the dump and push it
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Honestly,
I do.
It was a joke, okay?
Anytime my Cassie's like, you guys don't wrap the furniture with saran wrap? It's
No.
like, we as a company don't really feel that's responsible to put that much plastic into landfill every day.
You ever heard of a
And they're like,
dolphin?
oh, that's so great. I know. We're great.
Yeah, we do our best here.
Yeah, we fish all of our plastic fillers from out of the Pacific trash belt.
Yeah, we personally go to the island of trash in the middle of the ocean.
we say
We've got a flag
I wash your ducks with
Like the
Dawn.
moon.
there. Exactly.
This is
like
JD.
on toxic garbage island up in the Pacific.
Just laughing at it.
With the American flag.
Or it's like the Iwo Jima thing, yeah. Like 6 of us
It's, yeah.
planting the
Big
flag on
fucking
garbage
iron-coated steel flag. Weighs 800 pounds, and we have to lift it for some stupid reason.
Yeah, on an
And
air tire dolly.
Those air tire dollies.
Ugh.
I hate them so much.
I knew you'd appreciate that.
They would have came in handy last week at the 3rd floor with the night shift lady.
Oh my god.
They absolutely did not come in handy last week with the safe move, but we talked about that. We don't need to go there.
Yeah, me and Salofi listened to that on the way back from Steamboat.
Nice.
it's cool.
Yeah, he pulled out a joke from the podcast that I was like,
I was asking him today if their couch was a sleeper soaker. And he's like, did I talk to you about that? I was like, no, dude, that was on the podcast.
Welcome to the internet, bro.
Fuck, I gotta listen to this.
because I was trying to remember who was on the job during that. Because then Nick also brought it up, and turns out he separately had that conversation with someone else.
I think
I
No,
think
no,
I
it
said
was-
that, then he repeated it, then you asked me if I said that.
Yeah, I don't know. It was insane, but I think it was just all because of the podcast.
Mhm. It's all about the podcast.
the podcast is a magical place.
Yeah, do all those things.
Anyways.
Too early,
All right, the last tab I have open here is something we don't do very often. Packing peanuts.
Ew.
Everybody knows what those things are.
They're the worst.
Toy
They
Story.
are
Can you eat them?
No.
borderline. So
Yeah.
interesting. I'm
Some
getting
of
into that.
them. Some of them.
I'm getting into why people think they can eat them sometimes.
Some of them are made out of like soy or like rice paper, essentially. But
So the original one was made by, let's see, what is it? The Tektronix Incorporated or whatever. 100% plastic. Worst thing for the environment possible. Awful.
Nice.
Yeah.
They tried to move them into organic, like oils and plastics and sugars and things like that. So technically, I guess you could get nutritional value out of them.
and
But-
they dissolve in water. But yeah,
But that was a huge issue.
right.
Is that they dissolved in water to create like sugar water, and they also had sugar in themselves. So when they were
Which gets
disposed
into the
of,
rivers and ocean and
Just turns into a globby mess of fucking
bugs and
disgusting-
pests
Yeah.
and all these things eat all that and gain nutrients off of it, and then it destroys the environment just like the plastic does.
You create like a plague of a locust.
Yeah.
Listen,
So, biblical packing peanuts.
But by the way, packing peanuts are even worse than bubble wrap
Oh,
for the
absolutely.
environment. They're terrible. Especially because you have to surround the whole of whatever you put in there with the packing
like,
peanuts.
shake it down into there so it's actually suspended.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Fucking stupid.
I don't know who was on that job. It was a huge job a while back, but they had packing peanuts they wanted us to use on their mounts, like heads of animals.
Oh.
Huh.
And we'd
Yeah.
like put them in boxes and then just surround them in packing peanuts, and there'd be like antlers sticking
Yes,
out of the
would that
boxes
even work?
surrounded by packing peanuts and shit. I don't know if I have pictures of these anymore, but we definitely got
one
pictures.
of the biggest pains in the asses to move, honestly.
Oh, mounts?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Huge pain in the ass.
That swordfish we had to move.
Yeah, huge pain in the ass. It
I
was,
was
a
not there for
swordfish.
the. How was the unload? Because I wasn't there. for
It
that.
surprisingly was fine. Yeah.
I would hope
The
so. You
the
told me to
swordfish,
leave.
we did not break it, and it did not puncture anything either.
That's
That was a
good.
Oh,
weird
okay.
dude.
Was it like a full truck and you just had to fit a swordfish in there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a massive marlin.
Oh, you guys forgot my swordfish.
Classic.
No,
Well, that has to go. I mean,
at one point, I was just like in the apartment staring at the swordfish, like, do we take these?
Like, I guess.
Like, this has to be like not OSHA compliant or something.
Because, yeah, I mean, it was sharp.
Oh yeah.
Even the fins were sharp. That thing could have fucked you up. That fucking thing was probably
They were wet
2.5
stoning
feet
Oh
that
yeah,
long.
the sword
The
alone is
sword.
like the size of an actual
Yeah.
sword.
God damn. I've heard those are a total rip-off, though. You pay those fuckers, you catch your swordfish, you pay those fuckers like $3 more grand to wait like 6 months to just send you a totally fake-ass plastic
Yeah, a
swordfish.
plastic swordfish.
Totally taxidermy, bro.
yeah, whatever. But then you get to tell your friends cool things like, nah, I can't come to the bar tonight. I gotta go home and
Polish
whetstone
my
my swordfish.
swordfish.
Sharpen it up.
All right, the last thing I have here as far as packing materials, I just want to show you a picture. Oh, let me see if I can get it bigger. Here we go. An automatic tape
that?
boxing
Dude.
machine.
We need one.
You just throw your box through it, it tapes it automatically.
JD.
Oh.
This is a call to arms.
So-
We
Holy
are
shit, is that
automating
gas powered?
everything.
No, it's electric
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. For sure, it's
I'd use
electric.
something
But
similar.
We
Yeah.
need-
I mean, that's probably all over.
We just bring
Eh,
that bad boy in.
Amazon.
that is for like Amazon
Yeah.
and big packaging companies to do that shit.
Yeah, I work
But
in a warehouse.
we
It's
need
similar.
4
Yeah.
of those, a bunch of those robots that you can control from a VR headset, and then we are straight set to fucking work from home.
That's right. That's right.
Boston Dynamics. They have like tape guns on the back of them. That are,
Yeah, I'm
like,
packing
shoulder
remote
mounted.
today. It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, that's
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's so hilarious. I thought about this too. It's like, well, no, we're just moving consultants.
Right.
So what you're going to want to do is, bend at the legs, at the knees, pick the sofa up and roll it to the nose. It's the only way you're going to get it out that door. No, you got to keep it level. Karen? God damn it. Where's your son? Get Jimmy up here. All right. No other way. Turn around.
We're going to run him through it again.
Yeah, we were joking about having Derek take our second job remotely from Stodgy's. Just walk him through it. It'll be totally fine.
Get him on the phone.
Yeah, you like
You're
FaceTimes them to like shut
Yeah,
up. No,
exactly.
like use your arms and your legs. Like just
Pivot, dumbass.
Oh, that thing would be
Okay,
a
get
sick
real
ramp
low,
for
get
my
under it.
fingerboard. I might have to come over there.
Classic dare.
Yeah.
dyslexic Dave.
Speaking of
Double D,
which, we
double
can bring
D,
back a couple
Dunkin' Donuts.
of sponsors because we went through both locations of the Ziegler Roundabout Spice Company today.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And there was an accident in one of them while we were packing or loading the truck. It was funny.
This is an old joke where we have fake advertisements kind
Yes.
of around.
So, I mean, drift on down to
Dab and Dares.
Dab and
Disco
Dares,
dispensary.
Drake and Dunbar, downtown Double Doink and Dispo. They're giving away that Dakota Red Dodge Dart this weekend. This summer. For whoever can dab the most doinks. Or doink the most dabs. I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert.
I think you
Most
can take
times,
it either
right?
way.
I think,
Yeah, either
I think
way.
Saturday's one, Sunday's the other.
Okay.
It's like a
Yeah,
2-day
yeah,
tournament.
yeah.
Oh, they flip it. Okay.
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
for 1 doinks. 3 for
Yeah.
5 dabs. They got it going on.
It's the business.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, they got like a tourney set up. There's a bracket and everything.
Who can get the highest?
Mhm.
Yeah, no, me and Boot are founding members of the Ziegler Roundabout Spice Company.
Oh yeah.
Make hot sauces and,
I worked in the actual spice company,
I don't yeah,
so I can be a
I
consultant.
listen to the podcast, okay?
See, he already knows. Welcome to the internet.
Bennett was already asking you if you could envision 4.5 cubic feet of spices.
I've definitely seen far more than that. So
I had some friends
In a
who-
cabinet at someone's house.
not some house.
Yeah.
I have seen them on like
Mhm.
warehouse shelves.
I believe you.
Dude, there actually is a spice packing company on Harmony over there by that Potbelly place.
Oh, really?
I had some
Is
friends
there?
who worked there briefly, and it's super crazy because they do vanilla extract, and they have a huge problem with employees getting all fucked up on that stuff.
I'll get you high.
What?
Yeah, because you can drink vanilla extract. It's
Oh, yes,
alcohol.
alcohol. Yeah, no, we like
Ew.
kind of make our own. Like, you can get
Yeah.
you can get
I
like
could
double
never,
strength,
but-
and then you just kind of water it down, quote
Mhm.
unquote, with alcohol to get
Okay.
single strength.
I'm pretty sure that's the exact opposite of how watering down works.
No, but it's less vanilla.
We're trying to make cookies here, man.
I thought you were saying like the smell would get you high, but it
No,
turns
no,
out
it's
they're just
alcohol.
drinking vanilla.
Mhm.
That sounds terrible.
I was thinking
That whole job sounded terrible.
I
Did
don't know,
bring us back some sweet bags of spice mixes though. that
No, nice.
As
never,
someone who's
ever
worked
got
at a
used.
spice company, it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Stole a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not naming the place
Mhm.
That's fine. That's fine.
I probably would.
because
I mean spices. Yep.
Spices. Got to have the spice.
like they allowed us to take it home.
I like the subtle quotes kind of.
Not at the
Allowed
rate-
being
not
a
at the
very
rate I was
operative
doing
word.
it.
Yeah, no, dude. Whoever it was brought us a bag of essentially Cheeto powder.
Yeah, we had that like cheddar cheese.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
just cheese powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird thing to have. But
Where's George?
you can get it. Yeah, he would have loved it.
Apparently, it's great on popcorn. I wouldn't know because
I
it's
could
just
see
like
that.
You never had
vile
cheese popcorn?
What?
No, I have, but like
Yeah, that's the shit.
But
Yeah, I
not
know.
like putting
But
it
like
on your own.
I wouldn't. I don't buy powdered cheddar to put on my popcorn.
Yeah.
It's just-
What?
I don't.
How, do you have like a popcorn machine at home?
no.
Then why would you have that?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I do, and I got it from here.
You have the worst shit at your house. You
I
are
was
the
telling
worst
someone
person.
earlier today. I was like, "Yeah, I used to be a minimalist, and then I bought a
you
house
took
and
some
became a custy.
Yeah.
It's fucked up." Fucked up, bro.
All right,
There it goes.
we're getting close to the end of this, so we can sort of wrap it up. Who's got some last thoughts or anything? Any final stories they want to talk about or anything?
I don't like coleslaw.
What?
We're bringing this up at the next
You need, to
podcast.
you need to go to Georgia Boys.
Oh,
They
Georgia
changed
Boys.
my mind. Not all coleslaws
All
were
right.
created equal.
I guess I'll stop making songs then.
Yeah.
You're a vinegar-based.
You just
sauce.
talk shit to
No,
Frederick
if
coleslaw.
it's vinegar,
What?
it's good.
It's good.
Yes,
Georgia
vinegar-
Boys puts thinly sliced Granny Smith apples in that shit, and it takes it to the next fucking level
Okay.
with
I
the
can see
big
that.
vinegariness, and that's on your pork sandwich.
Oh.
Pulp.
Yeah, dog.
I do like pork sandwiches.
Them Georgia Boys. They
All right.
jack it up whenever I
Rate, comment, and subscribe in the fucking podcast. Thanks for coming out. You made it this
Smash
far.
that like
Tip your
button.
movies.
Do all those things.
Smash that like button.
You can try again, Brad.
There's that pussy. There's that pussy. There's that pussy. There's that pussy.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Try again. Try again. Try again.
Harrison.
Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again.
Harrison.
Try again. Try again.
There's that pussy. There's that pussy. There's that pussy. There's that pussy.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.
Try again. Try again. Try again.
Harrison.
Try again. Try again. Try again. Try again.
Harrison.
Try again. Try again.
There's that pussy.
Oh, which one?
Harrison.